Every time I play Majora's Mask, it makes me wonder even more. Is it really just a dream, or is it more than that? To this day, the thought still lingers on the edges of my mind, leaving me biting my fingernails. Was Majora's Mask really what we were led to believe it was, or is it something more? In the world of The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask is a powerful and mysterious artifact that has the ability to manipulate time and space. It is said to be able to grant the wishes of those who wield it, but at a terrible cost. According to the lore of the game, Majora's Mask was once used by an ancient tribe in order to bring about a great disaster, which ultimately led to the tribe's downfall. The mask was then sealed away, only to be discovered by the evil Skull Kid, who used its power to terrorize the land of Termina. Many fans of the game have speculated that Termina is more than just a physical place. It is also a manifestation of a dream or a nightmare. The idea is that Termina itself represents the manifestation of a person's deepest desires and fears, and that one is able to bring those desires and fears to life. This theory is supported by the fact that the events of Majora's Mask seem to take place in a dreamlike world, with characters and locations that appear to be surreal and otherworldly. Additionally, the game's central mechanic of time manipulation adds to the dreamlike atmosphere, as time is often distorted or non-linear in dreams. Overall, the idea that Majora's Mask is a dream adds another layer of mystery and intrigue to the game, and helps to further underscore the theme of the dangerous consequences of unchecked desire. Majora's Mask takes place not long after the events of Ocarina of Time, with Link looking for Navi after she flew away and was never seen again. It really is quite an intriguing and depressing story, but Majora's Mask has more than what initially meets the eye. From my point of view, Link is simply experiencing trauma. Throughout the events of Ocarina of Time, even if he was an adult at one point, he still was a child at heart. Experiencing what he experienced takes a toll on your mind, leaving you with Majora's Mask. Every character that you meet in Majora's Mask is an alternate version of their Hyrule self. Link remembers all of the people he met and cherished, and brought them into this dreamlike world. More evidence is found from the disproven Link is dead theory. It's stated that each of the 5 areas in the game represent one of the 5 stages of grief. Clock Town is denial, the swamp is anger, the mountain is bargaining, Great Bay is depression, and Akana Valley is acceptance. The Link is dead theory was proven wrong in many ways, but personally, I believe this 5 stages of grief idea is something more. The theory states that Link died and is going through the stages of grief so he can accept his fate in the afterlife. Although I have a different stance on it. The 5 stages of grief are usually experienced not from death, but living through someone else's death. Which brings us right back to Navi, Link's last true friend left, who is also lost. Therefore, Link is not experiencing grief about himself, but others, not his own death, but his own life. Accepting that Link is the hero destined to live the life the world led him to is the 5 stages of grief represented in Majora's Mask. The mere purpose of his existence is to save others, leaving just himself alone, without any closure, destined to be alone and die alone. Denial, Link's constant struggle of believing that Navi is out there somewhere and continuing to believe. Anger, the force driving him to help others in turn to maybe help himself for once. Bargaining, Link believes that by helping others, maybe one day will help him, risking his own life over a constant struggle through his own problems he must face. Depression. Link realizes there is no hope in finding Navi or saving himself, digging down into himself but only scraping hard rock with your fingernails. There is no hope for him. His entire life was built over one meaning, being a hero. Finally, leading to acceptance. Leaving Termina, accepting the fact that there is nothing left for him there, and the only choice is to proceed on with what his own life gives him. This circle of trauma is a never-ending cycle, and no matter whether or not the land of Termina or for anything in Majora's Mask is a dream, opposite reality, or nightmare, you must accept the truth. If you don't try to leave behind the pain and suffering, all you have left is death, depression, and yourself. Leaving Link as the hero was, and always is meant to be. Majora's Mask was more than just a dream. It was the constant struggle of loss and acceptance through life. Dreams are limited, but if you turn over the slate, you can find joy and motivation for that acceptance. Thanks to all of you for listening to my theory. This was written over weeks of brainstorming and writing, so it would make me so happy if you could like the video and subscribe. I'm excited to continue with these types of videos, so any support is much appreciated. Finally, have a good one.